2021-2022 MSJC Program Review for Instruction, Illumin Template Instructions. Section 3B, Part 4, subsections 3B3, 3B4. Section 3B3, Success Rates. For this example, we'll choose the AA Geography program. Scroll down to Section 3B3. If you check the college catalog for geography, you'll see the only degree is the AAGeog.AAT with option B and C variants. Probably because of COVID, I shouldn't use the word variants, should I? Sorry. Back in the data program, we see there are 147 sections here. Note that this is a transfer degree. The acronym ends in AAT, and it has option B and C variants. As usual, the data looks the same for both options, so we'll leave all selected. The success rate started below 70%, 65% in fall 2018, then climbed. It reached 72.1% in spring 2020, dipped a little to 70% in fall 2020, and then rose to 72.4% in spring 2021. It has been above the district set standard, 66%, since fall 2019, and above the district average, about 68.5%, since spring 2020. Here is the beginning of our response to Section 3B3. For AA Geog AAT, the success rate started below 70%, then climbed. It reached 72.1% in spring 2020, dipped a little to 70% in fall 2020, then rose to 72.4% in spring 2021. It has been above the district set standard 66% since fall 2019 and above the district average about 68.5% since spring 2020. Remember to add your interpretation and/or analysis here, why you believe the success rate climbed over this 3-year period. Remember to hit Save Draft often. For disaggregation by location, the success at MVC is close to that of the overall program, having a dip to 61% in spring 2019, then rising dramatically. The success is about 77% for both fall 2019 and spring 2020. For SJC, the rate is in decline. It was much higher than MVC in spring 2019, almost 70%, but then fell to about 57% in spring 2020. For TEM, there is only one section, but success is high, 78.1% in fall 2018. Here is our response. Success is typically higher at MVC, is lower and in decline at SJC, and high at Temecula. Only one section of data though. Remember to add your interpretation and/or analysis here, why you believe the success rate climbed at MVC and fell at SJC over this 3-year period. Remember to hit Save Draft often. Note that you can click on the semester nodes in the success rate graph to see the courses and their data for that semester. You can drill down to see the actual number and subject of courses offered. For example, click on the spring 2019 graph dip for MVC. You can see in the section count by academic year graph that the spring 2019 bar is highlighted. Hovering over it, you can see there were 10 sections offered, the same as in the table above. To the right of this In the term average section count by course name, you see that 5 sections of ANTH 102 were offered. The lighter surrounding graph shows that 6 are offered each semester on average. 3 sections of Geography 101 were offered, 1 section of Geography 102, and 1 section of Geography 107. Click on the Spring 2020 node to refresh the data. For the modality disaggregation, use the eraser to reset the location menu. Note we are back to all 147 sections. The success of 51 sections of face-to-face mirrors the MVC success. A Canyon with the bottom 62.5% in spring 2019. The rest of the time, it's pretty good. Hybrid success starts low, 56% in fall 2018, then ends high. There are only 4 sections, so it's not surprising to see this much volatility. 56% in fall 2018, rising more than 30% 1 year later. Online has 92 sections. The success rate typically stays near the district average and lower bounds, with a low of 61.7% in fall 2018 and a high of 73.3% in spring 2020. Online success has improved recently. Here is our response. Success is pretty good currently for face-to-face, 51 sections over the past 3 years. Hybrid and online, 92 sections over the past 3 years. Success was low in spring 2019 for face-to-face and in fall 2018 and 2019 for online. There are only 4 sections of hybrid over this 3-year period. Remember to add your interpretation and/or analysis here. Why you believe the face-to-face success was low in spring 2019 and/or the online success was low in fall 2019. Remember to hit Save Draft often. Section 3B4, Course Success Rates. Let's stick with AA Geography for our example and see if we can pinpoint the courses that contributed most to the low and high success that occurred in the fall 2018 to spring 2020 time frame. In the data program, use the erasers to reset all the data. Data for 147 sections should be visible. Go to tab 4. The course success rate table is in the upper right-hand corner. While this table includes ANTH 102, as geography department members in terms of improvement, we'll focus on the geography courses. Recall that program success was low in fall 2018 at 65%. This is the lowest semester in the table. Note that the success is low for Geography 102, 59.3%, and Geography 115, 38.5%. Let's go back to tab 1 and see how many sections of these courses were offered in fall 2018. Make sure all 147 courses are in play. To focus on fall 2018, click the fall 2018 node in the success graph. Notice from the average section count bar graph that ANTH 102 had more sections than any other course that semester. So assuming all sections have approximately the same enrollment, it will likely influence the success rate more than any other course. Click on the ANTH 102 bar graph. Note that in fall 2018, its success was the lowest in the table, 65.8%. Now click on Geography 101. Its success was low that semester too, 60.6%. It was even lower in fall 2019, 58.5%. Now we are starting to see by individual course how the program success rate was low in fall 2018. Click on Geography 102. There was only one section. Its success was very low relative to other semesters. The Geography 115 success rate was low in fall 2018. It went lower, but has started to improve. So while success rates in fall 2018 for Geography 102 and 115 were low, the program, and likely the disaggregated success rates being low in that semester, was due more to a hiccup for Anth 102 and Geography 101 than a particular course being the continual culprit over the 3-year period. Now let's see if we can track the success in spring 2020, 72.1%, to a particular course or courses. Click on the spring 2020 graph node. Note that there are 10 sections of Anth 102 and 10 sections of Geography 101. So out of the 25 total sections, these two courses have 20 of them. Because of the relatively large number of sections and typically higher enrollments than the other courses, these courses should not just influence the overall success rate, they likely drive it. Compare the success rates of Anth 102 and Geography 101 in spring 2020 with their rates back in fall 2018. In fall 2018, the Anth 102 success rate for 12 sections was about 66%. It rose almost 6% by spring 2020. In fall 2018, the Geography 101 success rate for 8 sections was about 61%. By spring 2020, it had risen almost 14%. This probably accounts for most of the increase in the program's success, but Geography 102 helped out too. In fall 2018, there was one section. Its success rate was about 59%. In spring 2020, there were 2 sections with a combined success rate of about 82%. The success rose 23%. Click on the spring 2020 node to return to the full AA Geography data, all 147 sections. Here is our response. There is very low success for Geography 115, particularly in spring 2019 and spring 2020. While success has dramatically improved recently, perhaps some habit of mind style CLOs are needed to determine the actual skills that need to be strengthened here. The low program success in fall 2018 was likely due to one-time low success rates in Anth 102 and Geography 101. Remember to add your interpretation or analysis here. Remember to hit Save Draft often. If you have any questions or would like assistance, please contact Program Review at msjc.edu. This template needs to be completed no later than 19 November 2021. The wraps and cappers are due 17 December 2021. Thank you for your participation.